I am rolling.
Ahlan wa sahlan bikum, my friends. Welcome back to my kitchen and Sahtein. I have a very special treat for you. We are making Muajannat. Muajannat means pies, savory pies, and we make so many different kinds, and today I'm gonna show you how we make our meat pies. They're great to pack on a trip, for a picnic. They are so delicious and just a really good taste of comfort food. And once you make this dough, they're super easy to make. So normally we make meat pies with lamb or with beef, preferably lamb, but I am going to be using Beyond Meat today because my dear camera person is a vegetarian. And also, I have gotten a lot of really good feedback from people about using Beyond Meat and turning some of our dishes into vegetarian-friendly ones, so I'd like to keep that up. But by all means, if you want to use meat, lamb or beef, you're gonna be doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. I have prepared the dough for these pies from scratch, and we have all of these lovely dough balls here ready to go. Before you watch this video, you need to know how I make this dough. It's super simple, super easy. Click up there, or click down there. There will be links all around. And now that you're back and we are here, let's begin because I'm hungry and I don't know about you. I'm gonna get this on. Once the pan is gotten hot, we can add our meat and start to cook it down. I really like Beyond Meat because it's gluten-free and it's soy-free, it's pea protein-based. I don't really like to go for soy-based protein a lot of the time because it doesn't really agree with my stomach. It's a great alternative to use Beyond Meat as well in dishes like this where we do things like add all these spices because it just imparts so much flavor in it and it tastes almost exactly the same. Just like I did in the macaroni video. We're gonna be using a lot of spices in this. So we're just gonna break this down the same way you would any ground meat. Sometimes people make these meat pies with the raw meat in the filling, but I like to cook it down entirely first. It means that the baking time is a lot shorter and you don't have to think about whether the meat is cooked as well as whether the bread is cooked. Just simplifies the process a little bit. So I'm gonna add some salt to this. At this point, once I've broken it down a little bit, we're gonna add some of the holy grail, my 7-spice mix, my Sithos 7-spice mix specifically. This has a mixture of spices like black pepper, white pepper, cinnamon, coriander, clove, a little bit of cumin. There's many different types of 7-spice mixes. Use whichever one you have. I'm gonna add a good amount of this because it is gonna account for a great deal of the flavor in this. I love cumin, so I'm also going to ground some cumin pods in this as well. With spices like cumin, you can definitely buy them ground, but the freshness of the flavor just really comes through when you grind it yourself. So you can get a cheap little grinder like this one, and I'm gonna put 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, and then just grind it straight in here. So this base of ground meat with 7-spice is the basis for so many different things. You'll notice it's very similar what I did when we were making the macaroni with garlic yogurt. So that's our meat completely cooked through. So now we can transfer it to a bowl for our use. Oh, it smells really good. That's like the good spicy yum. Now we're just gonna add a few more things to make it really special. First, I'm going to chop up some spring onions and add those to it. I like to make sure they're in very small pieces. Ooh, I am crying. Oh dear. Here we go. We will add a little more than, wow, I'm really crying.
Oh my gosh, it's so sad.
We got our green onions. We're gonna add a little more than a tablespoon of regular whole fat yogurt. Then we add a very special secret ingredient, which is pomegranate molasses. What? I know. When I learned that Faiza did this, it blew my mind, absolutely. This really adds that acidity that this needs to just be like really luscious. So, how much was that? A little over a teaspoon, tablespoon-ish. I think gonna crack a little bit of black pepper in here, because I like some spice too. And then on top of the pomegranate molasses, I got some pomegranate seeds, so I'm gonna add those. You don't have to do this. This is definitely a luxury, but I'm gonna do it. All right, these go in. Beautiful. Add a bit of salt. Great. And then lastly, to bring it all together, some extra virgin olive oil. As much as you think you're gonna need, really, to bring this together. And then we just, oh, it's so nice smelling. It's also good that you have this cooked already because now we can taste it and see how it's doing, whether it needs anything. Oh, no, that's good. See, my crazy brain wants to put some garlic in this because I just like garlic. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder in this. You don't have to. I wanna put a little bit of garlic in this. We're just gonna put a bit. Great, super, awesome. And then that's our filling done. So we're gonna use this to make our pies. I'm gonna take a little baby one, roll it out. So the key to this is once you've rolled it into a little circle, make little divots with your fingers, like so. This is to hold all of the filling and make sure it really gets in there. I'm gonna put it on my baking sheet and then add my lovely filling. Now with this mini pizza format, you could roll them just like this. You could put tomato and cheese and make a mini pizza. You could make an artichoke and spinach dip and put that on there. You could just put cheese on it, bake it like that. Whatever you want to put on a flatbread, really. It's so satisfying when you make the effort to make this dough and then it turns out really, really just pliable and easy to work with. They can be big or small. Oh, those pomegranate seeds are gonna make it extra special. So all we need to do is bake it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10-15 minutes max, and then we'll check on them. All right, I think it's time. Let's see how they're doing. Yes! Yes. So they're not super golden, but they will be underneath. Always a little extra olive oil. I imagine that if you didn't want to use Beyond Meat or regular meat for this, you could also do it with cooked chickpeas and the same blend of spices and yogurt and things, and that would taste really, really good. Or something else. Let me know if you come up with some way that you would like to make this kind of mix. A real crowd pleaser at parties. We usually have spreads filled with these little mini pies. I love them so much. And I'm just waiting for it to get cooled down enough for me to eat it. You got that nice crispy bottom, but still soft. I like to actually eat these with a little bit of lebna. Take a little bit of lebna out here. The perfect bite. Oh, I really like it with the pomegranate seeds. Definitely a special little added pop of juicy fruitiness, fruity goodness, but ooh, damn. I love these pies so much. Let me know if you make this. I really want to know how it goes for you. Leave a comment and tell me what you would put on a pie like this. And inspire me, because y'all inspire me all the time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're into what I'm doing here, you can subscribe so that you know when I upload new videos. I really, really enjoy making these. I enjoy sharing them with you. It brings me a lot of joy. Your feedback is deeply appreciated. Alf Sahtein.